in 3 different languages, alternating paragraphs.
No, that's not true. They will put it in terms that all divers can relate to, read and research, and be safer. That's what Divers Alert Network does. Now, we got a lot more to cover along those lines here on the show. But first, let's just take a little step away. We're going to take a trip. This time it's to Grenada. Jochen is on the line. Joe, welcome to Scuba Radio. How are you doing, my friend?
Thank you. I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm great. Now, Grenada, I love this place. We went there just before the holidays last year and spent a week. We're getting ready to go back again in August, and we're talking to some of the different dive operators on the islands like yourself. Scuba Tech is your facility, right, or your dive operation, right?
That's it, yep.
And trying to get a little bit more familiar with some of the different attractions underwater and topside that you have there on the island of Grenada. Tell us what you guys specialize there on the Spice Island.
Well, diving-wise, as you know, Grenada, I would say Grenada is one of the nicest dive destinations in the Caribbean.
Absolutely.
Because, me personally, I love the wrecks out there in the Atlantic. It's a short ride, and you've got, on a good day, you've got 15, 20 eagle rays, you've got, 15, 20 nurse sharks, turtles, you name it, it's there.
Now, are you talking about the Bianca Sea or other wreck sites that you service there with Scuba Tech?
We definitely do the Bianca Sea as well, but I'm talking about, for example, the Hema one and the King Mitch. Those are wrecks in the Atlantic. One is 4 miles out, the other one is 7 miles out, and diving out there is absolutely outstanding.
Huh. What do you think draws in these eagle rays? Because I remember seeing those on the Bianca Sea last time I was there too, and I think that's a fairly common thing to see those out on the wrecks. Do they just like it because they're maybe the wrecks are just in a sandy area and they're looking for some structure to kind of hang out, or what? Do you have any idea? Any reasoning behind that?
I guess it's the only bigger thing out there, and so they find some shelter there or whatever, from current, or I don't know.
They like it the same reason. Yeah, they like it the same reason the divers do. It's fun to see. So, yeah. Fun to swim around like they're underwater playground, maybe. Who knows? So you got the eagle rays, and what about you? What do you have a favorite site or favorite type of animal you like to see on all your adventures there at Scuba Tech, or what?
Well, I do love the eagle rays. I like the big stuff. We just recently last week we had 2 manta rays right here in Prickly Bay, right in front of the dive shop.
Oh wow!
I mean, it can't get any better.
You said right there in Prickly. Is that the area that you're in?
Yeah, that's exactly where we are. We are in Prickly Bay, which is pretty close to St. George's, Grand Anse area, but a little away from the crowd. So it's a very, very quiet area here. We have a beautiful beach right in front of the dive shop, and it's not as busy as Grand Anse. It's a lot more relaxed.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing I did like about going to Grenada last time I was there was that, you definitely could get a real out-island experience, but you had all the amenities of a nice resort if you just want to hang out and enjoy the people, the restaurants, whatever. There's still plenty of more luxurious type things there on the island mixed in with all this rainforest and geography that really makes it feel like you're in a real exotic location, which, well, you are, right?
Yes, of course we are. And I think, you gotta come to Grenada to feel the vibes, to meet the people. I've been traveling up and down the island chain in the Caribbean, and we found Grenada, and it was love on first sight, and we really enjoy being here. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's usually what every operator I've talked to so far in Grenada, same thing, is we came to the island, fell in love with it, and decided to open up a dive operation and start working here. Make their passion their profession, so to speak. So you belong in that category as well. Is that it?
Well, the thing is, I've worked in the diving industry since quite a while, and we fell in love with the Caribbean in 2001 when we were working on Sabre in the Dutch West Indies. From there, we went back to Egypt and managed a couple of dive centers in Egypt, but we came every year for 4 to 6 weeks to the Caribbean, and traveled along the island chain just to find the right spot for us.
Yeah, actually, more coming up.
Worldwide Scuba Radio Network. undersea world certainly is full of wonders.
Whoa. It was April the 41st. Being a quadruple leap year, I was driving in downtown Atlantis. My Barracuda was in the shop, so I was in a rented Stingray, and it was overheating. So I pulled into a Shell station. They said I'd blown a seal. I said, fix the damn thing and leave my private life out of it, okay, pal?
Oh, okay, no problem. Hey, Jochen is our guest right now from scubatech-grenada.com. That's where you can go and check out their website. Jochen, we were up against a break there, talking about why you came to Grenada and set up your dive operation, Scubatech. But basically, you traveled around the world and just came to Grenada and like, wait a minute, this has everything I want, and just decided to set up shop. Is that kind of how it ended up, or what?
Kind of. Like, we were deliberately looking for a shop in the Caribbean because we fell in love with it. And, we came to Grenada to visit a friend here. And, that's what we said. And, hey, hold on, that's a beautiful island. And people are nice, lush vegetation, the diving is great. So I think we found what we were looking for. Yeah,
well, like I said, you're not alone. Every other dive operation and person I met on the island pretty much had the same kind of story. But that's a great story. That's a great testimonial to what you have to offer, especially underwater, let alone topside, with all the luscious greenery and stuff you have there on the Spice Island, Grenada. Now, what is different about Scubatech compared to, I guess, some of the other dive operations there on the island from your perspective?
Well, that's a very good question. We here at Scubatech, we strongly believe that little details make a big difference. So if you get in touch with us even long before your holidays, we are happy to assist you in choosing and booking your accommodation. We help you if you want to rent a car. We book island tours for you, or like in the summer months now, we have all those leatherback turtles up in the north. We book turtle watch for our guests. And as soon as you arrive here on Grenada, the only thing you have to do is show up and dive. Everything else we'll take care about. So when you come in the dive shop in the morning, your equipment is already on board, set up. You only sit down, have a coffee, and you don't have to carry your stuff on the boat through the water like it's very often happening in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
We deliberately keep our group small, so usually there's not more than 4 divers with 1 guide. And the same thing for the scuba classes. We keep them quite small, just that everybody gets the attention he actually needs. As I already mentioned, Prickly Bay is a very quiet setting here. It's very relaxed, and you stay away from all the hassle you have on all the other big and crowded beaches. And then, Scubatech was the first dive shop here in Grenada to offer nitrox for free, and we're still the only one to offer for all recreational divers nitrox for free. That means
Nice.
up to 40%.
Excellent.
And I think it's a safety thing, Diving has already a great safety record, but why not making it a little safer and a little bit more fun? You could stay, especially at our wrecks, like the Bianca Sea or the wrecks out there in the Atlantic, all about 100 feet or a little deeper. You can extend your bottom time by almost 100%. So I guess that's a big advantage.
Absolutely. And like I say, you have mantis showing up right there off your beach or something. I mean, you just never know. It's a pretty remarkable destination you've set up shop there. Once again, you can check it out at scubatech-grenada.com and go see Jochen and the gang there at Scubatech. And hopefully we're going to see you there in a few months there, my friend.
I hope so as well.
And
thanks. Bye.
Yeah, well, thanks for the update. Appreciate it. And we will definitely be in touch, okay?
Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Absolutely. Yeah. Jochen from Scubatech on the island of Grenada, the Spice Island. And we're focusing on the diving there, but I'm telling you, that's one of the, I don't know, I'd say, coming back from Fiji, I must say that part of the world is the closest you're going to get to a similar type of setup, geography-wise, Grenada, Dominica, they have the same type of vibe to them, this whole lush jungle, rainforest type of thing. And it's truly a remarkable setting to spend your surface interval in. And when you look at some of the pictures there at scubatech-grenada.com, that little piece of paradise he set up shop there, a little private beach, it doesn't get much better than that as a diver, or if anybody wants just to go and just off gas. What are you looking at me like that for, Bill?
I've seen you off gas in a lot of places.